Hello again, it's me, Marcus, and I review stuff. Today I'm reviewing the song Micro Cuts by Muse. You know, I get so many requests for Muse, I could probably fill up pages and pages of my little notebook that I keep with just the Muse songs that you guys request. Unfortunately, some of them have been getting blocked recently, so I've actually been doing a lot more Muse than you may see on the channel. I've done The Handler, I've done Psycho, both of which got blocked. And so if you've requested a Muse song, chances are, I haven't reviewed it yet. Chances are I have reviewed it, go check my channel, or I've reviewed it and it got blocked. So unfortunately, it is what it is, but I'll keep doing Muse because, man, I really enjoyed the music I've heard from them, and it seems to be a very huge draw for you guys. You guys love to see me react to Muse, so I'm going to keep doing it. I really like Muse. I've got a lot of requests for them. And I'm going to keep it going. But just know that, you know, if I eventually get to the end of the Muse train and you guys are like, well, why didn't he do the song that I wanted him to do? I probably did and it got blocked. So just keep that in mind. Anyway, let's go ahead and listen to Muse Micro Cuts. As always, if you want to make a request, just leave a comment down below and I'll get to it. This comes as a request, so happy to oblige. Here we go. Wow, that was cool. That was very impressive. Wow. I'm going to repeat a couple things I've said about Muse before. One, Matt Bellamy absolutely makes this band. I mean, don't get me wrong, the other musicians are very proficient, very talented in their own right, but I've mentioned before that I would not listen to an instrumental Muse song because I think Matt Bellamy's voice is just so amazing that you can't take that away from a song, I feel like. And then two, going into the Muse reviews, Muse reactions, whatever you want to call them, I was not expecting amazing guitar playing throughout for whatever reason. I don't know, my own biases, I guess, but they've consistently blown me away with also just how great the guitar sounds, these amazing guitar riffs that they're able to make. And man, so really just Matt Bellamy all around, dude is amazing. So let's break this one down. Let's talk about the lyrics. Not a whole lot of lyrics here, but hands are red with your blame, caught you red-handed, I assume. Megaphone screaming my name, whimpers someone I should have loved. Souls weeping above. Now I had the advantage of kind of reading a little bit about the song, that it's about hallucinations of triangular blades cutting into the back of my head. It's a feeling that information is being infiltrated into your brain. I'd seen a TV program about psychological warfare and how the government could be controlling us using a type of radiation, sending pulses to our brains, so microcuts are cuts into your being that you can't see or avoid, which I think is pretty interesting, and I kind of see that here. Hands are red with your blame, megaphone screaming my name, so the message is being screamed at you. Whimpers someone I should have loved, souls weeping above. I've seen what you're doing to me, destroying puppet strings to our souls. So it sounds like this is someone who is kind of woken up to the hallucination. They realize, or they've woken up to sort of the mind control happening. They see what the entity, the government, whoever it may be, is doing to them. Now this part is interesting. Destroying puppet strings to our souls. So I guess he is the one who's destroying the puppet strings that tethers his soul to, because it's being controlled by somebody else, basically, right? Puppet is controlled by someone else. So he's cutting those strings and taking control of his own life, it sounds like. Microwaves me insane. So that's kind of what he's saying there, that it's like the TV or the radio waves or whatever that the government is using to control him, right? So microwaves me insane. A blade cuts in your brain. Sounds like forks on a plate. I laughed at that part because last night I was literally eating dinner and I scraped my fork on my plate on accident, and I was just like, I hate myself now. That was horrible. So I totally get that. Blackboard scratch with hate. I like that he didn't just say nails on a chalkboard, because that phrase is used so often. I like he kind of switched it up with his wordplay here. Blackboard scratched with hate. I like that a lot. I've seen what you're doing to me, destroying puppet strings to our souls. So yeah, I can see how that really tracks there about being about sort of the mind control, those micro cuts in your brain, which I think is pretty interesting. This album seems to have kind of a lot of this talk of hallucinations, a lot of this talk about mind control or kind of controlling the other. I think lyrically it's there's only a few lines of actual lyricism here. I think the way that Matt sings it really stretches the song out, but there's not a whole lot of writing in this song. I give it a thumb up. I thought it was fine. I feel like if I hadn't read that little blurb about it, I would have no idea what it was talking about. Maybe a little bit. But, I think here the lyrics are kind of secondary, in my opinion. I think, to me, what really stands out was, one, the singing, and two, the instrumentation, of course. Matt Bellamy, his voice, I've heard him hit some high notes, but he kept that high note throughout just the whole song, and that was super, super impressive. And he gave himself sort of this really foreboding and, kind of weeping, willowy, creepy sort of style throughout the song that really added a lot to the message, I feel like. So I think the way he sang it really added a lot to the lyricism there. Man, his singing is amazing. I was honestly not paying attention to the instrumentation for most of the song, just because I was so focused on how amazing he was at hitting this high note throughout the whole song. Man, I was just so impressed by that. And so I'm really glad they gave us kind of that instrumental break, the instrumental outro there at the end, to really show us what they can do with the guitar. And even it started with that bass line too, which I actually really enjoyed. But again, I feel like as he was singing, I was so focused in on that I really didn't listen to the instrumentation. So, and I think that might be on purpose. I think the singing might be there forefront, which is, again, why I really enjoy that they gave us the outro there with a little bit more instrumentation to satisfy me, someone who really looks for that instrumentation. So, as far as the singing goes, as far as the instruments go, I give it 2 thumbs up. I thought it was fantastic. This album has blown me away with just how well each member of the band plays their instruments and how they compose it all together to make a very fluid, coherent, and just wonderful sounding song. And it's been song after song on this album. Just really, really impressive. As far as replay value goes, I'm starting to get the feeling that this entire album just needs to go on my playlist and get its time in the light, because, man, I've been really impressed with every song I've heard from this album so far. So it's definitely going to make the playlist. It's definitely going to get its rotation in. Do I listen to it every day? Maybe not. I think the high pitched wailing of Matt Bellamy, it definitely makes for a huge impact on the song, but I also think it maybe takes away from some of that replay value for the song. So I'll give it a thumb up. I think it's still something that I can enjoy listening to. So anyway, that's it for the review. Really enjoyed this one. Thank you again for the suggestion. I have no less than like 20 more Muse requests to go, so I'll be getting to them. I know a lot of the requests you guys have are live, and I try to make note of that, but sometimes I forget to write down, live version at Wembley or whatever. So hopefully the non-live versions satisfy you every now and then. Anyway, again, thank you so much for watching. If you want to support me, just all the normal stuff you do on YouTube, like and subscribe and comment, whatever else. If you want to support the artist, go listen to their music wherever you can. One place you can definitely check them out is going to be in my Spotify playlist in the description below. It's got every single song I've listened to so far on this channel. It makes for a pretty fun and interesting day of listening, I feel like. So anyway, that's it for me. Hope you guys are staying safe. Hope you're staying healthy, and I'll see you guys in the next review. Bye.